So I just want to talk a little bit about the device that I'm working on. Right, what I have here is a Raspberry Pi 2 that's running Windows 10 IoT, and I'm going to actually boot it up just so you can see. Everything is self-contained. I've got two battery packs. I'm running the battery pack for the monitor, which is going to control the visuals, and then I've got the battery pack actually running the computer. So both of these things are going to end up in the handle of the device. And on my prototype device here, you can see that I've just got a HDMI cable connecting the two, so we're going to shorten that cable up a little bit. I've actually 3D printed this part of the device. It's a case based on the PKE meter, which from the new Ghostbusters movie, which is coming out in July. So I was able to actually get this 5-inch touchscreen for Raspberry Pi, and that's going to load up. It's going to show the Windows logo right now because it's actually loading Windows 10 IoT. And that way it fits nicely into the device and has about the right form factor. Another prototype that we actually made is based more on the cartoon PKE meter from the real Ghostbusters, which is a great show from when I was a kid. But I ended up liking the vertical screen a little bit better, just a little bit easier. So you can see here that I'm actually pushing the Raspberry Pi 2 OS directly from Windows. And right now I don't have an internet connection. So when I get the internet connection up and running, we're going to be able to push data through the cloud using this Wi-Fi sensor. And this is the Wi-Fi sensor here. We'll cover it up a little bit later, but you'll still be able to transmit data through this. And then this is the hole for where I'm going to attach the antenna and all my sensor array. So the handle's going to be on the bottom here, and then all the sensors are going to be here up on the top. You can see it's just two pieces right now. It's actually 3D printed, and then inside you've got the Raspberry Pi. This is the computer. The rest of this is the monitor. It's a 5-inch HDMI backpack screen, and then I've got these lovely little battery packs. These are the things that are going to drive it because portability is going to be really important in this build. Full color screen, and we're good to go.
Running a Raspberry Pi with Windows 10 IoT, which is essentially what we started to do was create an Azure IoT hub, which essentially is a starting point in the cloud that allows us to send messages up to it, and that IoT hub can also send messages out. So it's kind of our focal point where we can have a number of applications sending messages back and forth in real time to one another. It runs a C# and XAML application with a small gauge, different activity in the area. We can collect this data in real time with sensors attached to it, which can then be sent out via Wi-Fi on the Raspberry Pi to the IoT hub. Now, with these sensors, we can collect a number of data points, things such as temperature, moisture, sound, vibrations, and send them all up to the IoT hub. In real time, I can read all that information and have it sent back down to a console app or some kind of dashboard such as Power BI where I can visualize all this data. Even better, if I don't want to do anything or manipulate the data right away, I can store it in something such as Azure Data Lake and then manipulate and view the data later on. I can apply things such as machine learning on it to better understand what it is that we're currently recording too. Additionally, if there's some sort of messaging that I need to get to Amanda or the device, we have a console app created that allows us to run on Windows 10, and I can just send simple commands to the device, and the device will then parse these commands and change pages and things of that nature. So even if Amanda or someone with this device isn't there, we can leave it in a room and operate it remotely to see what data is happening in real time, switch between pages, and activate different sensors. Both the hardware and the software for this project are open source and freely available on our GitHub account. If you decide to go after some paranormal activity on your own and use some of this software or hardware, let us know. We'd love to hear your story too.